Aloha Star Tribe, e komo mai. Welcome back. How are you doing? Happy almost spring equinox. It's so exciting. Wanted to share outdoors with you guys. It's the first non-rainy day we've had in a few in SoCal, so I'm just totally soaking up the sun. So I wanted to challenge you guys with the concept of creatorship. Sitting in the creator's seat. With all the shifts and changes right now, with everything being shut down, we have to acknowledge that what is being shut down are all of the distractions from soul and soul purpose. And I don't want to upset anybody by saying that our jobs and our livelihoods and the systems which we worked with to have money and to survive are a distraction. But when we speak in multi-dimensions, everything is true in one and maybe not true in another. So from the higher realm perspective, higher vibrational frequency or higher dimensional perspective of our soul purpose, our soul mission is to be a creator here. So this shutdown, a global shutdown of anything that would be distracting us or taking a lot of our time away from us is the hugest gift ever, because it's giving us the gift of time, which I don't think any of us have ever had. We've always had that, oh, I wish I had enough time for this or for that, for my children, or to create this, or, to write this book I've always wanted to write, or any of these things that you've ever wanted to do. So now we have an abundance of time. And you know how people say it's always time or money. You have time but no money, or money and no time. Well, that could be true right now. I know myself personally, I've gone through a lot of purging of the fear around money with all the shifts. All of my in-person sessions or workshops that I worked really hard, to create, and all had to be canceled or postponed because we can't gather, right? But we can gather digitally. So where I'm going with this is that there really aren't any limits. We just have to keep adapting to the situation and make it work. And so I definitely had a hard week for a few days, getting discouraged that all of my fabulous gatherings were canceled or postponed, if you will. And then my soul was like, fuck it, adapt. And I was like, okay. So I allowed myself to process and have my little, emotional time of feeling kind of some despair, if you will. And then once I purged that out of my cells, I was like, okay, how can I be in solution again? How can I create again? So what I want to encourage you all to think about is, I'm sorry, it's windy out here. I just really don't want to be inside. It's so nice outside. What I want to encourage you all to consider is, what are the things you've always wanted to create or always wanted to do and wished you had more time? Because right now we have more time, and there's a lot of things you can do as a creator being that don't even involve money. So any artistic endeavors, I mean, truly, in my opinion, in my experience and observation, everything is art. Food is art. The way that you dress, any kind of an artistic expression, like writing, or like traditionally speaking, like, writing, painting, sculpting. But food can be an art. Giving can be an art. Communication, sharing, taking care of people, helping people. What if you ever wanted to write conscious beats? Like, that's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm like finally thinking, oh, well, now I have the time. I think I'm gonna make myself do it and get over my shyness about it. So if any of you want to do anything like that, collab, please comment, let me know. That'd be really fun. I know we have a plane overhead. Hold on. Sorry about that. Here, while this plane is going overhead, take in the garden. Beautiful garden. All the green makes me so happy. And we have a little fairy door here with this beautiful archway. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. My daughter and I relocated to a temporary living situation before we move out of state later on in the year. And so we're in just the most beautiful place I could ever imagine, a beautiful garden, and we're growing a garden. Our roommate is just an incredible person and a gourmet foodie just like me. So we were up in the air, for about 4 months trying to figure out, where are we going to stay? There are a lot of challenges that come up with the unknown and not knowing anything right now. And that really challenges the ego, because the ego likes to control or have an answer. And so we're really in that don't know mind kind of space right now. But in that, it's like the void space of pure positive potential to create anything with. And so I want to encourage you, collaborate, create, do things you've never had time for before. Go outside in nature more. You know, realign your light body with the organic crystalline grid system outside. Spend more time outside when the weather will accommodate that. One thing that is so exciting to me is that I drive around, because I do Instacart. I'm an Instacart shopper angel for cash flow right now. And it's just incredible, because I drive around and I'm seeing families, whole families outside riding their bikes, and the dog is even there, and all generations are there together outside, walking around, hiking. And it's just the most wonderful thing to see people outside doing things together as a family unit, which they should be doing, instead of being in a fucking cubicle, you know, under LED lights, working for someone else and doing someone else's dream. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. A supportive role is very important too. But a lot of the jobs I've had were just to make money for an entity. The entity wasn't necessarily like bad people or anything. Sometimes I did work for really gnarly people. I didn't last long. I say, oh, peace out. I can't deal with this kind of ego stuff or power play stuff. But a lot of the jobs that are shifting right now are the ones where money is the ultimate goal, and there's not really much of a service being provided. We can see this in a lot of the different CEOs stepping down. I think it's like, I want to say, it's over 100,000 CEOs, like corporate high-level CEOs, have stepped down over the last 3 years. And you know they're not doing that willingly. Something's up. There's shifts. The whole system is shifting and collapsing so that we can enter the golden age. And while, you know, how we make money can be daunting because we still rely on the money system, we're supported. We're supported in our divinity by the higher realms and by our soul to do what we're called to do. And this is an affirmation in society. We're being presented with this opportunity to step up and to create. Sit in the creator's seat. What does it look like? I talk to a lot of older generation people, like baby boomers and above, and you know, they've worked their whole lives and they've been products of the system their whole lives, and they don't even know what they want to do. And so for them, the first step is figuring out, well, who the fuck am I? What is my identity? And what am I called to do? They have to really dig through the layers to soul essence and find out what they want and who they really are and what brings them joy. So us younger generations, I think, have an easier time with that. We're a little bit more free, or maybe more self-intimate with our soul. And we've gone along with things because we had to, but now we don't have to. And I will say that I have days where I feel really strong and clear in my purpose. I've always felt very clear in my purpose as a creator and to create content as a way shower. And so I'm creating mastery courses. I'm creating all kinds of beautiful guided meditation tracks, all kinds of ebooks, online workshops, all kinds of stuff. But the money portion, the flow in, is still, you know, very unpredictable and unstable and unreliable. So I'll have some days where I'm really concerned, and I have other days where I'm not as concerned because I can connect more with my higher self and my guidance and see how things are going to come together, and ultimately have more patience with the process and just trust. You know, I was just thinking that money and the system of money itself is a very powerful spell. And as we exit the matrix, the 3D matrix prison system, it takes a long time. It can take a long time, or at least be quite a process for us to detox this spell of needing money or giving it power or being motivated by it. You know, this is a really deep matrix program. It's part of the incarnation. It's part of the 3D incarnation process. So have compassion for yourself when you are uncertain or have fear. It's okay, you know, let it pass through you, because we have to trust the process and that it's much more magical and aligned and divine than the 3D way. So I hope that that helps. And I would really love to hear in the comments below what you've always wanted to do, that you're going to say, fuck it, I'm doing it. You know, whether it's going on a trip, like maybe you've always wanted to travel somewhere. At least I know we can't fly right now, but you can definitely drive or take a bike ride, or depending on what your vision is, or go camping, spending more time out in nature, spending more time with your family. And with the abundance of time, we're given the gift to completely reframe and reprioritize our focus. So, you know, for me, I've always wanted, secretly, always wanted to do homeschool for my daughter, but still have her be connected to everyone. And that's actually what's automatically happened here, is the schools are closed. And she has this whole digital classroom thing going on, and that's super cool. And so we have a lot more time together, and I'm able to teach her how to garden and just things that before we couldn't do because our lives were kind of, you know, chopped up in these schedules and stuff. So we're given the opportunity to completely reframe and actually prioritize more of the sacred and the slow and the still pure moments with ourselves, with our pets, with others, helping others in the community, with nature. And ultimately what this is doing, I'm seeing on a mass global scale, is facilitating the expediting or the acceleration of our ascension process. Because if there's less distraction, I mean, we can't even go to the movies, and I'm guilty of using that as a distraction, as a pleasure. I can still binge watch Netflix though, so I got to watch that for myself, but I do enjoy that, and that's okay. It's good to indulge too. Just have balance. But you know what this is doing is bringing the attention inward more, which is what we need, because then we really know ourselves and who we are and what we're here to do, and we strengthen the connection with our higher self and our soul more and more every day, which is the ascension process. This is now the embodiment stage and phase of the process, and it's really exciting. So I was just so excited to talk to you guys about that. And I also, before I forget, I have a workshop coming up this Sunday. I'm so stoked. Sunday the 22nd at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be a 2-hour workshop, and it's called The Frequency of Immunity. And we're going to be talking about detox, diet, all levels of health, energy body, light body, you know, detoxing naturally, digestion, enhancing immunity on all levels. And I'm using my Ayurvedic knowledge, you know, I'm a clinical Ayurvedic specialist, so that's being thrown in there. Some of my shamanic elements are being thrown in there. And then the light worker starseed stuff and the quantum embodiment is really where I am right now, and wanting to help people with that. And so one of the first ways is by honoring the temple, honoring what we're doing with our temple. So the Frequency of Immunity workshop, I'll put a link down below if you're interested. It's $33, and it's hosted by acoustichealth.com, which is a really incredible platform for way showers. And for some of you, maybe you're feeling called to step up as a leader in the community and online, you know, with teaching and sharing from your own experience. Well, Acoustic Health is a really great thing to check out. It's a great platform to assist us. So I highly recommend, if you're interested, please check that out. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the equinox. We're going to do something really special. So part of me having more time means I get to finally make videos consistently, which was something that always drove me insane. So it's really nice to connect and to share and to hear from you guys. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh. Sorry, my cushion just knocked my camera over. So that's what I'm going to be doing with more of my time, is spending more time here online with you guys, and I'm excited about that. And if you have questions about any topics, please leave comments below for me so we can talk about certain things, certain subject matters if you're interested, because my background is really varied. I have a lot of interests and studied a lot of things, and yeah, let me know. Aloha.